Hi everybody, how's it going today? Today I actually want to talk about this movie trailer I saw recently. It's called The Purge. I'm not sure if anyone saw it. Probably did if you're on YouTube and watching a YouTube partner video, because that's how I saw it, and it's been all over YouTube. Even if you look up the trailer for The Purge, you're going to get a trailer for The Purge. I'm just like, that's not necessary. But what got me interested was just like, in the trailer it says, "Don't look away, you're about to see the most disturbing trailer of the year." And that was for the YouTube partner ones. It wasn't for like the actual trailer if you look it up on YouTube or whatever. And I was just like, oh, it can't be that bad. And then you see the trailer, it's like, that's pretty interesting. Stuff tastes weird. Like, the plot of it is actually kind of interesting. Now, I can't really say original because I've seen similar stuff done before. Hold on, let me fix this. The plot is about unemployment rate is down to 1%, crime rate is at an all-time low, but that's only because once a year, for 12 hours, people are allowed to commit any crime that they want. They're allowed to commit murder, rape, pillage, anything. They're allowed to do whatever they want for 12 hours, let out all their anger, let out everything. Now, that's actually really cool. And what happens is the one kid lets out one of these people who's being attacked into their home, and then these people are trying to get to that guy, and it's now then threatening that family. And what really freaked me out was that when I saw the trailer, I saw it when it was dark out, and I was watching it on with no lights on or anything like that, and this is what I saw. Like, that picture there, that's a pretty creepy image, I'm not gonna lie. And it has a lot of good actors too. Ethan Hawke's always really good. I always like him, especially in Daybreakers. If you haven't seen Daybreakers, check that out. And Lena Headey, she's always like popping up in everything I've been seeing. This movie looks kind of combination of two movies I've seen. Well, okay, I've seen the one movie, I haven't seen the other. Series 7, The Contenders, and The Strangers. I haven't seen Strangers, I've seen Series 7 though. Kind of weird. I've seen the movie that no one's really seen, but I haven't seen the movie that almost everyone has seen. Series 7, that's this movie here. Real People in Real Danger. Kind of a reality show based around people who have to kill the other contenders in the movie. I don't know why it gives off the same vibe, but like I said, it kind of seems like a combination of two things. And what I like about it is that, like, I've always been a big fan of, dystopian fiction and sci-fi, stuff like that. Even though this is coming off as more of a horror film than it is just a straight up sci-fi film. It still has science fiction elements. I mean, it definitely is a dystopian film, even though they're living in the perfect world. Just having something like that have to happen every year puts you in a dystopian society, no matter how, good everything is year round. It's kind of interesting because it says, I remember reading on one of the descriptions for The Purge was, I can't find it anymore, but it said that due to the overpopulation of prisons, they do this every year. But in this, it says crime's at an all-time low. And it kind of makes you think, it's just like, would you rather live in a world where one day for 12 hours out of the year, people are allowed to commit all the crimes that they want and then have the rest of the time in peace? Or would you rather have seminal peace throughout your entire year and then increase crime rate? It kind of makes you think a little bit. Now, like I said, it lightly reminds me of The Contenders, and it definitely gives the vibe of the movie The Strangers. I mean, in the movie preview, you see the people, they're wearing masks over their face and stuff like that. It looks very cool. I like it a lot. I like the trailer, and the way they used the song at the end of the trailer, that was really cool too. That really gave me chills down my spine. It really is kind of a disturbing trailer, and I am looking forward to this movie. It looks really good. This is one of my more hyped films of the year, along with Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim is still my most hyped film of the year because, you know, I have more of a connection with giant monster movies and stuff like that. I've always been a fan of Godzilla, but this movie, it has kind of an original idea, you know, and all that. And like I said, it has one of my favorite styles of fiction of all time, which is dystopian fiction. And that just looks cool. I'm really happy that someone made this movie. I can't wait to see it. Gonna try and see it opening day. I'm gonna get a ton of people to see it. But one thing that actually got me kind of concerned is, like, I asked a few people, just like, if they had a moment in time where crime was legal, you can do whatever you want, would you commit a crime? Some of them, people who are genuinely nice people, said yes. Some of them said, you know, they just sit in the room and smoke pot or whatever. But other ones said that, like, they would commit a crime. Ones, like, I've had people say they'd rob a bank, they'd hold up a grocery store, stuff like that. And these are people who I know, they're really nice people. But, like, just thinking that, like, we all have, like, this side in ourselves that would do this, and, like, kind of makes you think a little bit. I'm not sure, like, it could be just a horror film, like, they're just trying to freak you out and all that stuff, but it does get you to think a little bit more than, you know, your typical sci-fi horror film. I have to say, I'm really hyped for this. Looks really cool. Looks really cool, and I know a lot of people are probably not too interested in it, but for me, it looks like it's going to be a good time. Anyways, that's my preview for The Purge. Hopefully it lives up and doesn't disappoint me, because odds are it's going to disappoint me a lot. Anyways, take care.